Are you all right? I think I've broken something. What about you?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks.
I rather think I broke your fall.
Oh, sorry.
I'll survive. Oh, can you two help me up? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Careful. Oh, we're going to make a fine team with you two having to help me walk.
Hi everyone, TARDIS Guy 123 here, and today, joining me, I have Dr. Forever for the second part of Big Finish Week. Say hello.
Alright.
And today we'll be looking at the 7th Doctor and, well, all he's done for Big Finish and Sylvester McCoy, how it's expanded his Doctor and whatnot, the different companions he's been given. So, yeah, let's just dive right into this. Should we start off with Sirens of Time, his first story? How do you think? Well, multi-Doctor story, but he's featured in it, so...
Yeah.
What would you say about Sirens of Time?
It's a pretty good story. It's a pretty good one to introduce, like, the Big Finish range. And of course, the big move, you have to have a good story to, like, start the Big Finish range, or just it won't go on. It's pretty good to open it up. It was the first one I ever listened to, so I can't remember that much. But Seventh Doctor's really good in it. It's very determined, since, like, the crisis they're dealing with is, like, really large, and, like, how serious it is. Probably makes him, like, have a really good performance. And I think Sylvester McCoy actually does the best performance out of all the Doctors in the story. Colin Baker and Pete Davison are good, but Sylvester McCoy just takes the limelight for me. He's absolutely brilliant in this one. Really, really good performance, and it's a great story on a whole.
Ah, good. And then we'll talk about his first proper story as well, Fearmonger, because the other had some other Doctors in it, but this is just Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor. So what would you say about Fearmonger, quickly?
It's a good first story for Sylvester McCoy's Doctor, really. I think it's really, really good. It feels like a John Pertwee story style, because it's all set on Earth, and it's like...
Yeah, I've had quite a few people say that.
It is, it's true. And it's a pretty good story. It's a bit complicated, so it does require a lot of attention. You're just going to have to close your eyes and listen to the audio. But it is really good. There's a great set of characters, and Sylvester McCoy himself is absolutely fantastic throughout, and he has a brilliant speech towards the end where he, like, stands up to the Fearmonger to eliminate the menace, and it's a brilliant story. Sure, it's out of print. It is a really good story. I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Ah, cool, thanks. And then, what would you say about the 7th Doctor himself? Because I personally think that he's quite... I prefer the more fun 7th Doctor, if that makes sense, the more TV direction, whereas I think Virgin New Adventures took him very dark, and I believe Big Finish sort of go dark directions sometimes, to sort of go somewhere in between. What would you say about that?
I like his dark sense of character, because I like dark characters. It makes them feel more serious and like to be messed with. I like dark characters a lot more. It shows that they're more serious in the role, they're more determined to like stop things. I did really like him, the more like funnier side of Sylvester McCoy. I don't know why, like the funny side is in Time of the Rani, Paradise Towers, Delta Bannerman. I didn't really like him in them. I preferred him as he like went more dark. I haven't experienced any of the Virgin New Adventures if they make him really dark, but I like the darker side a lot more. It makes him more determined and more like, makes him feel more alien on a whole.
Yeah, I think probably my favourite is the season 25-26. Before he got, so he's got that dark manipulative side to him there, but he's also having fun as well, if that makes sense. So like,
yeah,
there's wonderful rapport with Ace there, and they really do get along well.
Yeah, I agree. Especially in Great Show of the Galaxy, where it's like juggling balls, humiliating the gods of Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's good. That's the kind of side I like. I think season 24 went a little bit too light on that, but in Big Finish they sort of like settled him a bit more towards. Not really sure, to be honest. The earlier stories, the ones set in season 24, such as We Are the Daleks, don't really go full out. They are a bit more like the 7th Doctor from season 25 and 26 in his character in a lot of ways. So that's quite good.
Yeah, it is good, I agree.
I also think that... have you got the Fires of Vulcan?
No, I haven't got that one yet. It's going for £19. That's the cheapest price I've found it. I'm not sure if I want to go all that way.
No. Yeah, because I've heard that he's a bit more like his dark and manipulative side in that with Mel, in a way. Sort of like the situation where, obviously, they're in Pompeii with Mount Vesuvius and whatnot, so...
So they're quite similar if the Fires of Pompeii. I don't like the story, so I might not like Fires of Vulcan.
I think it's a pure historical though, so
Oh, is it?
yeah.
See, I thought it's on Vulcan from Power of the Daleks. I got all mixed up. Never mind.
No. Yeah, anyway, what do you think of Ace? How do you think Big Finish have expanded on her character a lot?
I think Ace is a lot better in Big Finish than the TV series because I like Ace. She's one of my favourite companions. But to me, in the TV series, she seemed like more of a teenager, or she was like didn't care about things really. She was mainly like sporting a jacket. Like it remembers the Daleks when she's like having that like huge stereo, just walking about caring the world. But in Big Finish, she's a lot better. She's a lot more like developed from like Sylvester McCoy's last season, where she's definitely like a bit better, like Ghost Light, where we see her like horrors in the house. Big Finish like used this. I think Big Finish like got the kind of Ace from that season and like developed her a bit more. I think she's really good at Big Finish, definitely. She's more like mellow. She's definitely a lot more mellow. She's like more like friendly with the Seventh Doctor in a way. Like they don't argue as much. But I think Ace is really good, especially like she stands up to monsters more. She's like she doesn't get frightened by anything. She's always determined throughout. She stays cool all the time, which I think's brilliant. It shows like rather than screaming like a lot of companions do, she actually just like stays focused all the time, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think she's definitely grown up a lot as well.
Yeah.
And also she's almost got her own companion in the form of Hex in a lot of ways. Remember, quite a few people refer to Hex as more of Ace's companion in a lot of ways.
Yeah, especially in Night Thoughts, you can see that.
Yeah.
Like she calls him My Little Hex in a few stories as well, so that proves that.
What do you think of Hex, by the way? I think his character.
I've only listened to 2 stories that he's in, Live 34 and Night Thoughts, but when I've seen him so far, I quite like him. I like how he's this different kind of all of it. He can sense things. He's like, in a way, he's like more like mentally like prepared than the Doctor. Like he can sense like forthcoming danger. Yeah, he can sense apparitions. He generally can tell there's something wrong for a situation more than other people, which I think like it's quite a strength for a companion really. In some cases, Hex is a lot more developed and better than the Doctor, which I think is pretty good.
Ah.
So I like Hex a lot. Sorry?
No, you can go on.
No, you go on.
Okay. Yeah, what about Mel? Have you heard any Mel stories?
Only one, which is probably the most gruesome and messed up story I've ever experienced. See, I don't think Mel's too bad actually. I think she's really underrated. Like in the TV series, I get it. She's not that good, but in Big Finish, she's actually a lot better. She doesn't moan on. She doesn't go on about exercise so much. Like literally in the TV series, that's all she was on about. When there was like danger, you always found her in the gym and all that. Like in Terror of the Vervoids, when there was Vervoids loose, she was just in the gym on the exercise bike. But in Big Finish, she stands up the danger more. She's not constantly going about exercise. She gets more into the action. She's not just screaming. She actually gets more into it. I think she's got a stronger performance. I think Bonnie Langford does a better performance and all that. I do think Mel's good actually. I've only experienced one story though, that might be why, but she was brilliant in Red. Have you listened to any Mel stories up in Red?
Yeah, Red is very messed up. Have listened to We Are the Daleks as well, and that very much taps into the computer programmer side of her as well. It's nice to see sort of like them taking advantage of the different sides of her character and whatnot, and using her backgrounds and expanding on that, which is good because it gives a nice development to her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She never seemed to go on about computer programming that much in like the TV, but in Red she does it towards the end, like White Noise, the computer, they like hack into them to get like the red gene and all that, like Mel helps with that.
Yeah, it's good when they sort of like do these stories that specifically go towards a companion. You know, there are some stories where you can just take the companion out and put another one in there, and it would hardly change anything, but...
When the companion is like can change, it shows like the writers have like gone into the story more, they focus more, which I think is really good.
Yeah, made it more character driven.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then some other companions. Have you heard any of Rain? She's sort of like the Lost Stories companion, the one who was going to be Ace's replacement but never...
No, only got Ace and Mel, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Yeah, that's basically my knowledge extends to as well. Although there is Bernie Summerfield as well.
I've got one with her in. Get it. Dark Flame. And I did listen to Shadow of the Scourge through a download.
What do you think of Bernie Summerfield? I think I remember you saying you weren't that fond of her before.
No, I'm not really so fond. I think who's the actor who plays her again? Actress even.
Gosh.
Yeah, I'll have
I should really Lisa Bowerman. That's it.
Yeah, Lisa Bowerman, yeah. She's a great actor. She really does a good performance, but I don't really like the character of Bernie Summerfield. Maybe that's why I've avoided like the Virgin, like New Adventures. I don't like the character of Bernie Summerfield. I don't know why. It seems to me she overshadows the Doctor a bit, which I don't really like. In Dark Flame, she's a bit like too fond of herself, I've noticed in this audio. I'm not too keen on Bernie Summerfield on the whole. I like Lisa Bowerman, I think she's a great actress, but I just don't like the character of Bernie Summerfield. That's all I've got really to say.
Yeah, I personally quite like her actually, though I can see what you're saying about her being a bit full of herself. I think what's good about her, especially in the Higher Science is an example of this, is that when she's separated from the Doctor, she's not kind of like trying to find her way back to the Doctor as some other companions would be. She's sort of like standing on her own and following her own strand of the story in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice. And she also gets to take care of another sort of like character in that, which is quite good. And then during the New Adventures of Bernie Summerfield Volume 2, since she's sort of like in the title of that, she is very much the main character driving the story forward in a lot of ways, with the Doctor in the background manipulating things. Yeah, and while I do like Bernie Summerfield in that, I am not too keen on the Doctor himself being so much in the background manipulating things.
Fair enough. But see, I was like that because it actually likes to get the Doctor to do something. In Dark Flame, he doesn't really do much. I don't think it's really Bernie Summerfield doing a lot. Because like the Doctor and Ace, like they mainly just trying to get that research centre, Orbis I think it's called in this one. And Bernie Summerfield, it's mainly focused on Earth. I don't think the Doctor get the centre until like the end of episode 2, so it's mainly Bernie Summerfield doing things. Overshadows the other companions as well, because she's stronger than all of them really, so I suppose that's why.
Which is probably why she ended up getting her own spin-off series.
Exactly. And like towards the end of Virgin New Adventures, wasn't the Doctor just totally out of it? Wasn't just like focused on Bernie's completely?
Yeah.
I think like the room with no doors, that's just completely Bernie's, no Doctor now whatsoever. That might be me. I don't know anything about Virgin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when they lost the license, they did sort of like carry on with Bernie Summerfield for quite a while when they lost the Doctor Who license. So yeah.
I would get New Adventures of Bernie Summerfield, but since I don't like the character, I don't see why I should. It'd be great to see Sutek again, but just don't like Bernie's.
Fair enough. Have you checked out any of the novel adaptations at all?
Not yet, just the monthly range. I know I'm really badly prepared, aren't I?
Well, the only one I've checked out of them is the 7th Doctor. I do hope to get Damaged Goods soon, just to see what all the rave is about that, because there have been a lot of people praising that story. That one quite intrigues me. But yeah, I think Higher Science is okay. Yeah, so do you want to move on now to the future of the 7th Doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, first we'll go through our favourite stories quickly, so we'll have a quick cutaway to that, and we will both be back in a second. See you then.
Where the hell are you? Yeah, alright, I'm lost. And I can't see a thing. Keep calling and I'll run towards you.
No! Don't run! For God's sake, don't run!
That's it! Keep calling!
So my favourite 7th Doctor audio is Night Thoughts, and I'm going to tell you why right now. I think it's an absolutely wonderful horror story. There's loads and loads of scares in this story. Like, it's all set in the dark, like, there's loads of bits where there's like absolutely no light whatsoever, it's just pitch black. People are like creeping up on you behind, like tapping you on the shoulder. Then when you get turned around, you get your eyes gouged out, which is absolutely gruesome and horrifying. It's really, really gruesome. Like the dark forest, like bear traps springing up out of nowhere, and bits like where you go to this chapel and you find bones like skeletons coming to life. All of it just absolutely horrifying pieces of work. And of course, the monster, the villain of the story, Happy the Bunny, is probably the most scariest and intimidating villain ever. And it's just a bunny, it's just a toy bunny, but it is so horrifying. Its voice, just the appearance, it looks awful, like battered, and like it looks horrible. its voice sounds absolutely evil. It's like really high pitch, and like all the tones it uses, it's awful. The voice is awful, and just the way it like moves and the way it like moves its hands, it's absolutely horrible. And like the way it like gorges people's eyes out, it proves like it's just a buddy, but it's so horrifying, and you definitely do not want to underestimate or mess with it. So like the buddy's brilliant, and all the scary and spooky atmosphere is brilliant as well. Like the dark forest, the like people's eyes getting gorged out. All those are wonderful pieces of horror, and I love horror stories. I love scares because it makes the story. It just adds so much more suspense and thrills and tension, and it just makes the story so much more serious. And the characters are solid throughout. Sylvester McCoy does one of his finest performances in this one. He definitely feels more alien in this one. He feels very alien throughout, but he's still kind in place, like very kind towards Ace, Hex and the rest of the characters. But he's very dark throughout. Towards the end, when people are messing with time travel, he just stands there like really concerned. He definitely does not want to be messed with. Like he's really determined to stop these like experiments with time travel. I think Sylvester McCoy is brilliant in this one. Ace is fantastic. I think Sophie Alden does one of her best performances as Ace. Ace's character is wonderful throughout in this one. You can tell she's developed a lot. Hex is brilliant. Hex is absolutely amazing. He seems like more stronger than the Doctor in this one because he can sense the apparitions. He can sense something's wrong. I think Hex is brilliant. I think he does fine performance from whoever plays him. All the academics are really good characters, and since this story is a murder mystery, it isn't revealed who's doing the killings till the very end. It makes all the characters like have their so many different personalities. You're constantly wondering who to trust. All the characters are absolutely amazing with solid performances from every single one of them, and all the different personalities always like refreshes the format. So all the academics are wonderful characters, and the storyline is brilliant as well. Just a mind-blowing storyline with a subplot on time travel, like unauthorized like things of time travel. There's a wonderful subplot of time travel which does require a lot of attention because it can be complicated. Then of course the other plot is like the murder mystery, like the buddy like killing the person who's killing all the people throughout the house. Like that's the other plot. So you've got a murder mystery plot which is brilliant and horrifying. Then the time travel subplot which is very scientific and very complicated, but it is very clever. So yes, Night Thoughts is a brilliant story, full of atmosphere, full of tension, full of suspense, with a brilliant villain, fantastic characters, a fantastic storyline overall. I give Night Thoughts a 9 out of 10. An absolutely solid audio, which I highly recommend. My favourite Sylvester McCoy audio.
I want to meet this emperor of yours.
What?
I haven't come all this way to speak with the monkey when I could be talking to the organ grinder.
Let me go, and I will let you live.
We have the power of life and death over you.
Very well. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, so my favourite Seventh Doctor release is actually a very recent one. As you can see, it is We Are the Daleks. Now, I really think this is a great story, and if you haven't picked this up, I would highly recommend it. Bonnie Langford is great in this as Mel. If you don't like her on the TV series, I would recommend picking this up anyway, because Big Finish has greatly improved on her character. Sylvester McCoy gets to play the more fun Seventh Doctor, which I honestly quite prefer a bit. But, you know, he's not slapstick comedy like he is in season 24. This is very much like a bit more of a developed Doctor, a bit more of a cautious Doctor and whatnot. It's still having fun, still a bit more like his earlier selves. I'd say the balance is like that, which is good. And then the Daleks in this. The Daleks get a lot of interesting stuff to do. It's a very interesting take on the Daleks story by Johnny Morrison. It is a fun romp, but there's lots of other interesting stuff going on in there as well. So those are my quick thoughts on We Are the Daleks and why it is my favourite Seventh Doctor story.
And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of us talk about our favourite Seventh Doctor stories. And now on to the future of the Seventh Doctor. So let's talk about the immediate future with the Seventh Doctor and Mel trilogy. There's the Warehouse and Terror. Yeah, Terror of Sirens coming up. Either of those interesting you?
A lot, actually. I'm actually looking forward to these more than the new Series 9, to be honest. I think it sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
I like trilogies, and I'm waiting for We the Daleks to come to list to it, because that's going to be really good. I like trilogies, that's why I'm really looking forward to it. I think the cover art also looks like really good as well, like full of life, so I think they're going to be great stories. We've got the Sontarans back, which is going to be brilliant. We've got the Daleks back, and what's the monster in the warehouse? Do we know yet?
No, I don't think it's been stated.
Might just be a villain or something, maybe, or character
Yeah.
piece. I don't know.
That one does look a lot like Paradise Towers to me, which is quite exciting because I quite like Paradise Towers, so I'm quite intrigued what the warehouse is going to be like.
Yeah, I'll watch it soon. So it might be the cleaner robots and crows, none. Who knows?
Yeah, and then moving on to December, we've got quite a few coming out then for the 7th Doctor. It seems like the 7th Doctor month is December because there's the monthly range anthology, You Are the Doctor and Other Stories, and there's also the 2 novel adaptations, All Consuming Fire and Theatre of War.
Oh yeah, you've got the novel adaptations. You Are the Doctor, is the cover art being revealed for that? Yeah, I don't think it has.
No, I don't think even the story details have, so we've only got one title, You Are the Doctor, and that's it.
I haven't read much into it. Like, is it one companion or is it like a different companion each story?
I think it's Ace all the way through, 7th Doctor and Ace.
Alright, it's a shame. Is it like connecting all these stories, or are they all just like short trips?
I think it's probably just going to be like individual stories. I don't think there's going to be any overarching thing. That's what they usually do with these. Yeah,
So, yeah, I'm going to do like an anthology of short stories, that's all.
Yeah, I think I'm quite looking forward to it. I haven't listened to an anthology yet, so I'd be quite intrigued to see how that turns out. Because apparently, Big Finish have a good track record with doing these anthology stories. And actually, that's probably the reason that excites me the most. The 2 novel adaptations aren't too intriguing to me.
I do not. I'm not that bothered about novel adaptations really. I mean, you just buy the book and read it. I don't see like the hype about like getting a novel and turn it into an audio. I know some people love it, but I just think it's just you've already experienced the story. I want like new things, you know.
But Nightshade, that one intrigues me. That one coming out in April. Quite like the idea of that one. That was originally written by Mark Gatiss, and that's just the Doctor and Ace.
Is that a novel adaptation?
Yeah.
Just one on its own?
Sorry?
Is it just one on its own?
Yeah, it's just an individual one, that one. That's coming out in April.
Oh, like High Science, Love and War, like them ones?
Yeah.
Alright. I might start getting some of the novel adaptations. I mean, Love and War is meant to be a good book. I mean, High Science is meant to be a brilliant book and an audio, so... And all the novel adaptations, like the hype around them, meant to be brilliant, so... Even though I don't see the point in them, like, I don't see the hype, I might get a few and see what they like, actually.
Yeah. And also it's quicker to listen to an audio than read a book, because a book sort of like takes a lot of commitment, whereas an audio... That's
I
2
suppose
hours.
that's the point, yeah.
Yeah. And also it's quite exciting for some people to hear the characters say the lines that they originally read in their head and whatnot.
I think I'm being selfish here. I don't see the point of I suppose it is good.
Yeah. And then there's a new 7th Doctor trilogy next year at the same time as this one, and that's Ace and Mel, and it's sort of like Mel coming back after she left in Dragonfire.
Oh, interesting.
They haven't released any of the story details, but they have confirmed that it is Mel post Dragonfire, and yeah, that looks quite interesting. It's probably going to be the Doctor and Ace after the Hex arc and whatnot, so...
Alright, how did Hex... Is Hex left yet, or is Hex still, like, on? Like, do we know anything about that yet?
Signs and Wonder was his last release.
Oh, was it? Did he leave then?
Yeah.
Alright, so... I think it'd be great to have Mel back, because I think Dragonfire was a terrible conclusion. I don't like the story. And how she left, like, look after Savlon Glitz, thought that was just rushed and terrible, so... It'd be great to have her back, and maybe I can have a good conclusion to her character, maybe.
Yeah, and it's also nice to have sort of like those companions back after they left the Doctor originally, because it sort of like makes it more suspenseful. It's like when they introduce a new companion, there's always that idea that they could die,
Exactly.
and with Mel coming back sort of like afterwards, there is that possibility that she could die, so that sort of like adds an added suspense. Whereas if it's Mel set during the TV series like We Are the Daleks was, and the Warehouse and Terrible Centaurans will be, you sort of like know that she's not going to die. But
Exactly. Doesn't make it as engaging as it should be, really. You're like, it's like this massive threat, this massive like terror coming. Like you're saying, oh, it's all right. The Doctor's just gonna fix it. It's fine. No one's gonna die and all that. So I think when you don't know, when you go into like unknown territories or companions coming back and no explanation on the loose ends, I think does add the suspense, like you said.
yeah, because there's also the older Nissa and the older Perry as well, isn't there? So
Oh yeah, Widow's Assassin and Master of Earth, Ronnie and Leech is the. Is that the Perry ones where she comes back? It is, isn't it?
yeah,
Then when did Nissa come back?
Nissa came back in Cobwebs ages ago.
Cobwebs. Don't give her.
Okay, so I think that's all that's... Oh, there is the Sycorax section as well of the...
Oh, yeah.
New Doctors. That's the last one we've got to talk about. What do you think of that?
I think it's going to be brilliant. I think the 7th Doctor and the Sycorax are like a really good combination. I think they're going to be brilliant. And I hope they actually write a great story like Sycorax. Like, Christmas Invasion was good. It'll be great to see them back. Like, you bring all these monsters that are like really good monsters. They never come back. They're never in the limelight again. Yeah. So it'll be great to see the Sycorax back. And Sylvester McCoy, like, will probably do like this really dark performance. Like, it'll be brilliant.
And it's also going to be fun to hear him say Sycorax.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So that's quite exciting. I think that's all that's really on the horizon for the 7th Doctor, isn't there?
Yeah, pretty much. Are they going to call the stories and like the new monsters, classic Doctors? It's going to give them like names, or is it just going to be 5th Doctor, Weeping Angels, or are they going to have like their own titles?
They are going to have to. I think the 5th Doctor one's been confirmed to be Fallen Angels or something like that.
Fallen Angels.
Yeah.
That's good. They released like the cast like just a few days ago, didn't they?
Yeah. So that should be quite exciting. So yeah, I think that's all we've really got to say. Thank you for joining me for this, Doctor Forever.
Thank you very much. See you then.
And we will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.